Hello and welcome to Some Dude Shed. It's Newsday. I'm joined by Mr. Red and Mr. Black. I am Mr. Grey.
Yo.
Hello.
Mr. Red, what's the first news story of the week?
Well, the first news story of the week is pretty explosive. This is from The Sun. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad raced to A&E after... Bomb Squad raced to A&E after patient arrives with World War II artillery shell stuck up his bottom.
There are so many questions. Namely, how did it get there?
Well, let's work our way through the article and time will tell.
All right then.
So the Army explosive experts were scrambled after medics feared the anti-tank round could be about to explode.
Right.
Holy shit.
Indeed.
Explosive shit. The unnamed patient told doctors he slipped and fell on the 17cm
Oh, sure.
by 6cm armor-piercing projectile, then taken from his...
Slipped and fell on it. It's just,
and the dog ate his homework as well.
So he just had so what type of shell is it anyway?
Well, as said, it's a 17cm, right? So over half the size of a ruler, right? By 6cm. So that's
6 centimeters across.
Yes.
Okay.
The diameter was 6 centimeters.
Fuck.
It's like a Pringle can.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Yeah.
It's an armor-piercing shell, so it made it easier to pierce up his bottom. The projectile was taken from his private arsenal of military collectibles. It was later identified as a World War II 57mm shell that were typically fired from a 6-pounder anti-tank gun.
Right. Okay. So
Right.
I'm just trying to get the situation in my head here. So he was.
Well, if you want the situation in your head, there's a bit more detail.
Oh, go on.
A source told The Sun the guy said he found the shell when he was having a clear out of his stuff. He said he put it on the floor, then he slipped and fell on it.
Right.
It went up his arse. He was in a considerable amount of pain. I'm sure he was. I think he collected military memorabilia. Yeah, well, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Police said they responded to a report that a patient had been presented with ammunitions in his rectum.
Right. So the guy was cleaning out his stash. So I assume it's in his shed or his garage or his attic or something.
Yes.
He was doing it without any trousers on.
Bollock naked, yeah.
And he set this anti-tank round upright behind him.
Happened to be covered in lube.
And he fell on it. Just slipped backwards. Just happened to be at exactly the right angle to
go right up his back.
Go right up his bum.
And just leave you with a mental image again that this is, over half the size of a ruler and about the diameter of a Pringles can.
Hold on, was it completely in his bum?
Just like unfortunately,
sticking out the end.
unfortunately, they don't tell you that, and there's no photos.
Oh, what a shame.
With a little shell like that, what was it, a mortar shell?
No, it's an armor-piercing shell that would have been used on a 6-pounder gun from the Second World War.
Yeah, anti-tank gun, I guess.
Right. Flip me.
Wow, that's a bit silly, really.
Well, I'm sure when that little shell started life, it didn't expect to be pierced in the backside.
Well, it's going to go through something, so...
It certainly did.
I'm just...
So we've established the ridiculous story that he fell on the shell.
Yes.
So who got it out of him? Was it the bomb squad or the bomb?
The robot came in and just pulled it out. Little bomb disposal robot.
Well, the bomb squad were called whenever they realised, this man's got an explosive shell in his bum.
But how do they know it's explosive shell?
The dark, obviously.
Oh, but there's a bomb in my ass.
Yeah.
Well, either that or they x-rayed it and that looks like a rather large bullet.
Do you think I just pictured him on his elbows and knees on the table in the theater, just arse right up in the air?
Well, anyway, continuing the article, a spokesman added the item had been removed prior to police arrival, and the Army's explosive ordnance disposal team were contacted. So they'd already removed it whenever they realised, oh wait, this is an artillery shell.
Yeah.
Troops from 11 Explosive Ordnance Disposal Regiment were rushed to Gloucestershire Royal Hospital in Gloucestershire. A defence source said it was a solid shot round. It was a chunky, pointed lump of lead designed to rip through a tank's armour. It was basically an inert lump of metal, so there's basically no risk to life, at least not to anyone else's. I wonder if we get lead poisoning.
Possibly. Went up a solid lead. I'm sure it'll be alright. The rectal wall is quite disease resistant.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, I don't know. You can absorb
get
oxygen
HIV.
through your ass, apparently. So
Yeah.
people won't be blowing smoke up their ass. If you remember last podcast, so
The Sun doctor, Carl Cooper, said the patient could have died if the round had pierced his gut. Well, I wasn't very good at piercing them, was it? Couldn't take out his gut, I couldn't take out a
To be
tank.
fair, it wasn't
well, it's
exactly
armor
fire.
piercing, not gut piercing.
She added the range of objects that are pushed into rectums is incredible, from wine glasses to ketchup bottles and parts of a hoover. Sadly, it is an everyday occurrence in A&E, but I have never heard of the bomb squad being called out before. A hospital spokesman yesterday said, as with any incident involving munitions, the relevant safety protocols were followed to ensure that there was no risk to the patients, staff or visitors at any time.
It's an everyday occurrence in A&E. I think we've just found a gold mine of stories for some dude shed.
You can even extend that and have like, just
Tails of the ass.
guys that have got their willies stuck in things as well.
Yeah.
They come in, there's like a bloody like a
How they come?
like a shark in the end of it or something. Or there we go.
Wow.
What are we calling this? Like rectum of the week or something?
I
Foreign
don't-
object of the
To
week.
be honest, I don't think it would be a very good precedent to have a regular feature of this.
It's a bit shitty.
But
isn't it?
I'm sure something will pop up again.
There's just one wee bit left at the end. The MOD said we can confirm that an Army Explosive Ordnance disposal team was called out to Gloucestershire Hospital at the request of the local police. The sheepish patient is understood to have been released from the hospital and is expected to make a full recovery.
Oh, good.
Jesus. Walking like John Wayne after that, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
Well, he won't be shitting right for a week.
probably not. So, Mr. Black, what's your amazing news story?
All right. That story just blew me away. Sorry about that.
Well,
Huh.
just on the final note, if you ever think you've had an explosive shit,
Homeowner burned down house trying to fight snakes. This one's a fiery one. A homeowner. Sorry,
He
what?
burnt down his house trying to fight off snakes.
Yeah.
You really wanted him dead.
A homeowner accidentally burned down their house while trying to fight some snakes. Firefighters were called to a property in Maryland, US, naturally, after a blaze swept up when the owner tried to deal with the snake infestation. According to the fire chiefs, the owner had been attempting to use coals to try and smoke the serpents out. However, officials confirmed that the coals were placed in the basement and too close to combustibles, causing the house to catch fire. Montgomery County Fire Department shared photos of the house blaze alongside those of the charred, hollowed out remains the following day. Nobody was injured, though the damage caused to the property totaled more than $1 million. Oh, Maryland Fire Response Service, PIO or something. I don't know. It's basically, this is the fire department's Twitter. Update: Big Woods Road house fire. Cause accidental, homeowner using smoke to manage snake infestation. It is believed heat source, coals in brackets, too close to combustibles, area of origin, basement, wall/floor damage equals 1 million. No human injuries, status of snakes undetermined.
I don't even know if he got the snakes.
he definitely didn't control the snakes.
$1 million worth of damage.
Yeah, this is a really nice looking house as well.
Yeah, I would imagine
75 firefighters responded. It was dark and cold, minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm probably assuming.
I would have thought if you have $1 million house, you could probably afford a little bit of pest control. You know, someone to come around and sort it out properly.
Yeah, I don't know why he would try and do his own fumigation, like with colds nonetheless. Because, I mean, that would just cause, like, even if you did fumigate the basement, you know, the place would stink. And you would end up with soot all over the house. And
Yeah,
assuming you've got, like, lovely,
ruin
nice.
ruin the basement.
Yeah. There's actually another little story in the same article. Back in 2018, a man accidentally burned down a house after using a blowtorch to try and get rid of some spiders. The man was looking after his parents' place, Fresco, California. So when he saw a number of dangerous spiders in the property, firefighters said the man was trying to kill the black widow spiders. Oh, they're lethal. See, I don't know, if these were poisonous snakes, you'd maybe understand his...
Yeah, you get
His
the
fear.
baseball bat. You don't get you don't get the blowtorch.
Well, really what you do is you call pest control.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I'd just rather get a guy, like a Steve Irwin kind of guy, just to come and just get them out. Like, because if that bites you, you know, that's it. You have to get to the hospital in like 30 minutes or else you're dead.
I know, it's better that Steve Irwin goes down than you.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
pretty much. 29 firefighters were called out to deal with the spider fire. He attempted to use an open flame to kill a huge wolf spider. Have you ever seen those things? Those things are massive. They're like, I mean, bigger than my hand. Huge. The guy from California reportedly spotted a large spider in his bedroom and decided the best course of action was to pull out his trusty torchlighter and burn the little bugger. Things went awry when the spider, now aflame, ran about and set the mattress on fire. The burning mattress was extinguished, but by this time the burning arachnid had crawled all over the curtains and set them alight.
Is this the wolf spider?
Yeah.
It's not hunting in packs. Whenever the house was burning down, did it go out and howl at the moon?
You know some spiders can hiss.
Really?
Yeah, I came across a video the other day, and
I
like,
thought that was only a movie.
and me too. But like this guy, he was like he collected spiders. Like that was it was like a YouTube channel, and he focuses just on like keeping spiders because he's clearly a maniac. But he got this new spider delivered, and he was trying to just thinking about it. He was trying to get it out of the box and into this new habitat that he made, and the thing was just like like making this awful like hissing noise. I did not know spiders could do that. Like you said, I thought it was just in movies.
And nightmare machines, aren't they, really?
Yeah, I hate them. Even small ones, I hate them. Like, but at least I can tolerate them. But if I saw a tarantula, I couldn't be in the same room. I remember like being in pet shops and stuff, and they had like spiders. People were holding them. Oh, do you want to hold the tarantula? Nah, no, I don't. So there you go. So don't just it's better not to use a fire.
Don't use fire for pest control in your own house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the moral of that story.
Yeah, well.
Or those stories, should I say?
I've never heard of like a giant jar or box or just not using fire.
Or a boot.
Anything, really?
But then again, saying that, I couldn't like if I came across one of those wolf spiders, I couldn't even try to hit it with something. I couldn't get a.
That's in America, sorry, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the spider was in California.
Yeah. So it's California. I was about to say, why need to shoot it? But then it's California. It doesn't have a gun.
The snake was in Maryland. Where's Maryland?
Maryland, that's on the east coast somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's near Washington D.C.
So no guns are there either.
Well, I wouldn't use
Not
a gun
sure.
to fight a spider.
In your own house.
If you manage to hit the tiny little creature, it'll still go through it and make a big hole in your wall.
Yeah. Probably shoot the gas tank on the other side of the wall. Bang.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking up wolf spider now on Google Images. They're terrifying.
Before we continue, I'm just saying, don't use a gun to shoot a pest. Just call pest control.
Yeah.
Just don't shoot anything, I suppose. You know, like I mean,
No,
you
not-
can't claim self-defense when you're shooting at a spider. Like it's not gonna go for you. You're just gonna do more damage than you're gonna fix. Just get somebody else to get the spider, like I do.
Right.
Yeah, how big are they?
It's hard to say. I can't still find a picture with like something next to it.
Well, I mean, just
Um,
there was a video I saw of a guy. There's a wolf spider on the roof. Ooh, I think this was everyone's seen this one, but it's on the roof, and he has this big, large baking bowl, like a plastic bowl, like a mixing bowl kind of thing, and he tries to like get it on the roof, but obviously he only nabs the spider's leg, and the spider falls on him, and he falls off the ladder and everything. But like the spider could just barely fit in this mixing bowl.
Oh, there's this little spider with eggs on its back. Just
Yeah,
carrying
because they
around.
seem to attack. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that. They stick their eggs to the back part of their bodies.
In fact, you know, I think
they look absolutely gruesome. It's horrible.
wolf spiders hiss. You know, I think they do, because I was reading up on it. Like, do spiders hiss?
They're not that big, from what I can tell. There's one with a coin beside it.
There's one with a coin, but there's a few. Like here's one on a hand, and they're kind of
Okay, that's a lot bigger.
that's kind of big. Crazy person to put that on your hand.
Wolf spiders also make a hissing or purring noise.
I don't know whether to put a photo of the spider up on screen right now. I think I might leave it for people to Google it, just in case they don't like spiders.
Yeah. Oh, it's called strangulation. The noise comes from rubbing their front legs together, similar to crickets.
Lovely.
So they do that to be like, get away from me. That's bad enough though. Like, anyway.
Well, anyway,
Gross.
Moving away from spiders and snakes and burning houses down, talking about something a little bit more tasty.
Some guy floods somewhere.
So basically, KFC have released a Christmas range of clothing.
Hmm.
Not chicken.
Well, I'm sure they have, but it's their clothing that's more interesting.
They have released the gravy box meal. It's quite nice.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Just to let you know, we're not sponsored by KFC, but if KFC is listening, we're open for sponsorship ideas. Just saying.
And that goes for Kentucky Fried Chicken, and as we found out last week, Korean Fried Chicken.
You've opened Pandora's box now. About to try get a
so,
KFC box me on the way home.
so basically, they've come up with the festive pajamas. Basically, they are because KFC's their colours are quite festive.
Yeah.
The red and white. So
The Colonel looks a wee bit like Santa, but
I don't know if Santa had a tidy shave.
and a nice mustache, which he
Yeah.
kind of does. He's got a nice mustache and a beard,
And was a southern gentleman.
Yeah, if I can describe their new pajamas range, it's red. It's got like a crisscross design with some gravy boats all over the place. And on the little pocket on the chest, it says it's all gravy.
Oh, nice.
There's also, not only is there a lovely set of pajamas, there's also a bathrobe with the same design. It's all gravy. You can look extra festive.
Have they always had like an official merch thing?
It's not clear, but they definitely have quite a bit.
Surely they do.
They've got a good selection of Christmas jumpers as well.
All right.
Because of course they would. So they got the KFC one. They got one that's just basically it's a Christmas jumper, but with a big picture of a bucket of chicken.
Nice.
So that's good. There's a play on the pajamas design. It's basically some gravy and some chicken, and on the jumper it says "It's all gravy, baby."
Surely this would do really well in Japan, because instead of they don't have Christmas like we do over there.
Yes, that's right. There's one more jumper which I got to talk to you about. It's mainly white. It's got some like little buckets and bits of chicken all over it in a festive pattern, and it says "Merry Clucking Christmas."
Nice.
But yeah, you were mentioning Japan, which is quite fun because it's almost like a Christmas tradition to go out for a KFC.
Is it?
In Japan.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a, not like a, like an old wives' tale kind of thing, or.
Well, no, it is it's not a tradition like all families across Japan sit down and have a KFC Christmas dinner, like we sit down and have our turkey dinner. No, it's just a bit of a thing where, I don't know, younger people go out and have KFC on Christmas. And I believe KFC actually do market around this time for Christmas in Japan.
Me, wow. So, I heard that Japan, they do like their burgers in Japan. I have heard that, but I didn't know they actually celebrate. Well, not celebrate, as you say, but
Tradition.
like it's kind of like a thing to do.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's more among younger people. As I say, it's not like the whole family rush out to have a KFC dinner, on the day of the birth of our Lord.
see, that's just weird because like over here that'd be considered really sad. Like if you saw a guy in KFC on Christmas Day, like oh, poor guy.
Yeah, but
Japan, it's like, oh yes.
well, Christmas isn't really, it's not a holiday over there. Like,
well, if we can stick to Asia and KFC, the world's basically the longest staring contest ever. The big Imperial Palace in China. It's got a big picture of Mao on it. Mao.
Is that
on the front?
the Forbidden City? Is that what you're talking about?
I think it might be that one, but it's got a big picture of Mao on it. That's the main thing.
It's like all red and there's like yeah.
But opposite that, there's a KFC, and it's got Colonel Sanders' face.
Peering in the door.
Got Colonel Sanders' face on the top of the KFC,
Yeah.
staring back right opposite Chairman Mao,
it's like,
which I think is brilliant.
and it's going to have the Colonel's big smile on it. And he's be like, capitalism won.
Wow.
What a hero.
It won't be the first time a southern gentleman has stared at this city.
But there you go. Sorry, that's not much of a news story, is it? KFC has their own line of Christmas pajamas.
Kentucky Fried Communism.
I just have, you finished your news story, Mr. Gray?
Pretty much, yeah.
I just have an honourable mention. There was a snowstorm in Denmark last week. This is from Daily Mail. 6 customers and 24 workers got stranded in an Ikea in Aalborg, Denmark, following 12 inches of snowfall.
12 inches.
And they were forced to stay overnight in the Ikea. They had a supper and they slept in the display beds. The toy store next door also couldn't get home, so they came and joined in, and then they left the next day.
That'd be pretty cool.
Spending the night in Ikea, yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting around in all these open designer rooms.
Well, I thought that about a lot of places. Like, it would be cool if you were able to stay overnight. And I remember thinking I was younger, it would be cool to stay overnight in Game, or back when Game was a thing, or HMV or something. Or well, there you go. So it's not the worst place to be stuck.
No, they're not. No, I mean it's quite comfortable, really. There's sofas and beds everywhere. So
I think there were guys in Scotland there last week, weren't they? They were trapped in a pub.
I know you're stuck in Scotland. That's pretty bad.
They were stuck. It was. I don't know if it was Scotland or just like the
think it
north of
was-
England.
I think it was a pub in England. Yeah. Worst part of it is they got stuck with an Oasis cover band,
Oh Jesus!
and they were stuck there for what 3 days.
That sounds rough. So, is there anything else to this IKEA story, or?
No, I just thought I'd give it an honourable mention. It was
You
quite
ever,
funny.
you ever been trapped anywhere overnight or?
I don't think so. It was a charity event at school once, so he stayed all night there.
But that wasn't like you were stuck because of the
No,
weather.
it wasn't stuck. It wasn't terribly exciting. We ended up just playing a lot of hide and seek in a big school.
Hmm,
When it's like playing it with 20 people, that's actually quite a lot of fun. There's a lot of places you can hide.
nice.
But that's probably the closest I've ever experienced to it.
What about you?
The only place I'm stuck is in Northern Ireland.
There you go. We're all trapped here.
And on that happy note, I think it's time to end. If anybody listening has ever been stuck anywhere, like a shopping centre overnight, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Or if you've accidentally burned down your house trying to kill some critters, then
Or if you've fell on some munitions in a convenient way, please let us know.
Until next time.